bright and shiny morning to all of you guys. Welcome to Breakfast to Business. And today is a very special day, and I am going to get to that in just a bit. I wanted to just do a quick shout out to thank all of you guys for listening in, tuning in to our two-part episode on the future reimagined. You know, it was a really fun time doing those two sessions because we really looked into the path beyond COVID-19, looking through, ways that we can reimagine the future, navigate our way through, different processes, different trends, different ways of working, living, playing, and discovering. And last week, we had a special guest with us, Union Bank Philippines Vice President for SME Group, and that was JP Soliman, and he gave great insights on how we can move our businesses forward with tech, tools, tips, tricks to help us not only recover from COVID-19, but to see the future and be excited about it. So if you haven't checked that out, guys, please do so. We're excited to know what you think about it, and may these different foods for thought help you and see how we can emerge stronger, victorious, and even more excited about the future. So, going to today. Today is a very, very special episode because of May 15. Like, I know today is not May 15, but May 15 is a very special day for all of us here at TeamAsia. 28 years ago, we were born. It feels like 28 years for all of us, right? But can you imagine what it feels like to our founder and president, Monette Iturralde Hamnen? 28 years ago, she put up this business as an event management group. If you haven't checked out episode 1, please do so because she shares her history over there and how she was able to build this company on the solid foundations of passion, of inspiration, thinking big, being able to really look for means and ways for us to thrive and give different industries and brands, an avenue for them to grow and to expand. And it was really built on love. Monette and her partner Mike, who happened to be my parents, yes, they built this company 28 years ago in our garage. And that was a fun time being able to grow up and see our parents in the office, but at home. And we always tease ourselves nowadays that was actually the first bit of work from home that I've ever experienced because my parents were already doing that 28 years ago. And so we just wanted to share with you guys not only this special day of celebrating Team Asia's 28th anniversary. But what we wanted to do actually was to share with you stories. Stories of awesomeness, stories of passion, stories of, incredible fun, incredible challenges that made us grow stronger, and incredible stories of love. We don't work this hard because it's work. We work this hard because it's love. We love what we do. We have the passion for it, and we want to be able to share it with all of you guys. So there was no better way for us to bring in those stories of hope, those stories of awesomeness, and those stories of friendship and teamwork than bringing special guests with us here today. And I've got four special guests that will be sharing their own experiences, their own funny little anecdotes, and, wishes and dreams for the future, because we really do believe here in Team Asia that teamwork makes the dream work, and I am super excited for you guys to meet them. So here are our special guests. I've got guests from first-generation Team Asians to new blood to casually talking about their wonderful experiences being here in Team Asia. So here we are, first up, 15 years with us, going strong, super incredible guy, our Director for Digital and Web, Mr. Jeff Enriquez. Hey, Jeff, say hi to everyone.
Hello. Hi.
Hi, Jeff. So good to have
Morning.
you with us today. Good morning. I've also got our Content Director who has been with us in total 7 years, and he has a really nice story later as well, Mr. Sid Santillan. Hey, Sid.
Hi guys, good morning. Happy to be here in the P2B Breakfast to Business podcast.
I love it. Thank you so much, Sid. He's such a bright and shiny person.
I
All right.
know.
Next, we have our creative consultant, again with a cumulative number of years of 6 here in Team Asia. We have Mr. Patrick De Jesus.
Good morning. Hi
Good
there. Hi
morning.
guys.
Good
Thank you.
morning. And of course, we've got 2019 Team Asian of the Year who has a cumulative 3-year experience with Team Asia, Miss Joyce Alonso. Hey, Joyce!
Good morning, guys.
Good morning. She's rocking a new do, guys. ECQ has nothing on Joyce's hair cutting skills. It's amazing. All right, guys. So I've got this fantastic four guests with us here today. I miss them terribly. I miss just bumping into them in the pantry making coffee. I think usually we're the ones who like bump into each other a lot, especially in the hallway or if they just want to like make cuento and have fun, toss some ideas around. And so I'm so glad that you guys are here. I'm super excited to hear your stories. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. And I'm sure our listeners are going to be super happy to hear your stories as well. So, guys, we're 28 years old. How did that happen? Oh my goodness. I still remember. I remember us celebrating our 50th anniversary, and now we're at 28. But yes, it's our 20th anniversary. It's our 20th birthday, May 15. And as an organization, we've really seen a lot of great moments and that have, brought us here to where we are today. And we're really just here to reminisce about our bright and shiny moments, the challenges, the obstacles we face, and everything in between, because that's who we are, Team Asians, who love one another and love the work that we do. So I want to know what has happened to you guys in your own Team Asia tenures. So we're just going to go right into it, right? So Jeff, you're up first in terms of our questions, right? Our first question, Jeff, to our 15 years longest Team Asian aboard. What great changes have you seen from the time you walked into Team Asia and now with our multi-generational workforce?
Um, um, many in many aspects, I can describe it. No, first is the number of people. When I started in 2004, I think if I'm not mistaken, pang 25 yata ako, around 20, 30 employees. No, I'm the youngest one. And then after 15 years, in between, umabot tayo 60, 60 to 50 to 60 employees. So yeah, it's another change. No, we have also have this office transitions. When I first started with Team Asia, we have only two office. It's Unit 308, still remember it, and Unit 205. And then we started to get more office room. So we add two more um, in the span of 5 years. So we have four, and then we decided to to have one consolidated office na lang. So we transferred to Eon. So yun, another change yun. And then on terms of services naman, so I'm happy and I'm glad that I witnessed this. No, I witnessed two departments branching out to another department and creating it. No, one example is the web department, web development department started with creatives, and then we the management decided to have its own, and then also digital started with content. So yung mga changes, and now they have their own department. So that's the changes that I witnessed. Ano. Another one is it's more on the collaboration. No, before we started, so konti lang, so everyone is um, required to help one another. I mean, and then when we are growing, syempre, there is a challenges nung something that you have projects on your own, and then but we started to consolidate our process and gear toward collaboration. So until now, we added tools, we added processes into achieving collaboration, and we are witnessing it. Even now, in time of crisis, no, even though work from home tayo, you see our collaboration through our tools, to our processes. So yung mga biggest change na witness ko through the years, no. And I'm happy that we're getting more and more productive also.
Thanks, Jeff. I couldn't agree with you more, Jeff. I think that, for the 28 years, a lot of different milestones have have gone, and there were so many things that we've achieved in between, and it's been such great fun being able to see these changes and see how the fruits of our labor are there. It's alive and kicking, especially from a new office standpoint, from collaboration and the like. I remember also one of those big milestones was Project Refresh. Right, Jeff? I mean, this was in 2013. I had just gotten back in Team Asia at that time from the US. And one of the things that we had to do was to refresh our brand, because usually, we do that. And we wanted to do that in time for our 25th anniversary. And I remember gathering the creative team back then, and I was just like, okay, this is going to be the hardest project you guys are ever going to do in Team Asia. And that is our brand. And you guys are going to have to refresh the brand. I don't want to just see studies of logos or whatnot. I want you guys to really imbibe a full brand experience. What I thought was going to be a 2-month project was, I think, a year project. And nobody can say this better than Pat OG. Pat, I'm going to turn this over to you because that experience was very close to my heart. I think I was with you guys every single day of that year. So I want you to share that.
Yes, Project Refresh, oh my God, 2013. I was still, well, kind of a newbie then because I started 2012 and we did Project Refresh a couple of years ago. And I still remember that brief you told us. And I just remember it as one of the first projects where creatives was asked to take lead. Kasi a lot of the things that we were going to produce, puro from creatives. And at that time, we were all juniors. Well, except for our creative director. Pero at the time, we didn't have an art director. We were all juniors. So imagine the pressure. There was so much pressure back then, for sure. And a lot of the times, pero a lot of the times, it was also an opportunity for us to bond then. So the team really got close. And most of the ideas that we presented to you, we formed during over dinner. Kasi there were a lot of overtimes, there were a lot of dinner outs. And I tell this story all the time whenever somebody asks me about Project Refresh. One dinner we ate at Project Pi. And because of the concept of Project Pi and how you can create a pizza and mix and match different ingredients or add as many or as little you want depending on how you want your pizza or what makes a good pizza for you. So thinking about that, parang it just makes so much sense in the context of integrated marketing and how you can mix and match our different lines of businesses to service our clients. So parang kami nung time na yun, okay, gets na namin what Bea might want. So some of our ideas, even for the merch, were based off of that. Like the PR giveaway, yung parang the circle one with the pie cuts, were inspired dun sa Project Pie Pizza. So it was an amazing time, definitely, to be a creative. Kasi at the time, parang for the first time, it felt like, wait, bida kami ngayon? Kami yung mag-explain nito during town hall. So it was a big deal. And also that opportunity na how we got to define the brand's secondary colors, because originally we only had two, the blue and the red, and we were able to add secondary colors and how we were able to match them to our philosophies and how we were able to label them. And also, ang dami, diba, being able to choose our secondary font, Aleo, and like Jeff was mentioning earlier, yung transitioning to our new office and how we got to be part of that, like thinking about how we were going to dress up the office. And the most recent one was the NLE wall, and just many things na from the time we did Project Refresh we still use today.
Like I love it.
And everything.
I love it, Pat.
So we wanted all of those to be just representative of our fun culture. And back then, pag binabalikan ko siya, I didn't think that it was such a big deal kasi it felt like just another project. I was new. But looking back and looking at TeamAsia now, a couple of years later, sobrang proud to be part of that chapter in Team Asia's history na I got to be part of that team na lead itong Project Refresh. So it was just such a fun time for me.
No, that's awesome. And what a special time for us too, Pat, because you led that charge. I mean, with of course your team. I still remember Project Pi. I'm not sure how many times I made you guys cry during your Revalidas. I'm sure I did, but I super remember that day, and I remember all of the milestones you shared, from our town halls to explaining it during pop-ups to, painting our walls, and recently our next level experience wall, which you came back for. I mean, you were part again of the one that put it together. And so, to our listeners, so Pat did resign at some point, but he came back. He's a returning Team Asian. Because we always have this saying in Team Asia, right? Once a Team Asian, always a Team Asian. And you can always, always come back home, right? So we have longtime Team Asians like Jeff, but we also do have family members who, decided to go out into the world, experience their own little adventures, and then they come back. And that one of them is actually Pat OG. But Pat, before I let you go, how was it? How was being a Team Asian before and then coming back?
Um, Siguro ako yung proof na once a Team Asian, always a Team Asian. Di ba? Kasi, well, when I was, Team Asia was my first job. So I was 2 months fresh out of college when I joined Team Asia. And I had been with Team Asia for 5 years before I left back in 2017. So naturally, I was very curious kasi I didn't have anything to compare it with. Kasi it was my first work. And that's the first thing I told you when we had that coffee. When I gave you my resignation.
Yeah,
So when I got you coffee para hindi ako kabahan. So I still think it's necessary that I left.
Yeah.
And even though I loved it at Team Asia, I still wanted to know what else was out there. And that's the truth. And I'm glad I tried it because it kind of changes your perspective. And I still remember that conversation with you over coffee. And I told you that I didn't know if I was gonna like it outside. And to be fair, I liked it. I did. But I also realized na maybe it's not for me. This kind of, diba? And now I'm back as a consultant, and I'm still kind of figuring out what I want for me as a creative. So that's what I'm trying to do. And so I guess being back, I'm really just happy that I got the chance to be back again, to be part of the team. From what was supposed to be only 8 weeks, it was a contractual thing. It was supposedly 8 weeks to 12. And then now 8 months after, I'm still here.
There you
So ayoko na
go.
magsalita ng tapos. So it's true. Once you're a Team Asian, you're always gonna be a Team Asian. So whether I'm full time or part time or freelance, especially now that we're in quarantine and lockdown, I feel very lucky na I am able to work with people na I am comfortable with,
Yeah.
easy to brainstorm with. So yun.
Love
Happy
it.
to be back. Happy to always be part of Team Asia.
Thank you so much, Pat. That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, I remember all of those vividly. Our coffee break, how you broke my heart a little bit. And then the minute you came back and you were like, you were thrown into so many busy things that we even didn't have time for welcome back coffee. So definitely when we get out of quarantine, we're gonna do that, right? So thank you so much, Pat. Next up actually is another balikbayan, but his story is actually pretty cool. We've had longtime Team Asians, returning Team Asians, an intern turned Team Asian. But interestingly, guys, we also have a client turned Team Asian. We really pride ourselves in delivering NLE, or next level experiences. And I'd like to say that we really delivered with one of our clients, to the point that our client wanted to join us. So I would like to call Sid. Sid! Can you please tell us more of your experience outside of Team Asia as a client and then inside as a Team Asian?
My God, that was like a decade ago.
I know.
Yeah. Like I get emotional like going back to the story. But yeah, I've known Team Asia back in 2009, I vividly remember I was in my mid-20s. It's like super young. And of course, Bea was still young then. Team Asia pitched for one of the events of shell companies in the Philippines. She was actually with Frances and LA. Did I get it right, Bea?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's for a family day event of Shell. It's one of the big events actually, and from that time we already like got hooked with Team Asia. It's because of their demeanor. Aside from the concept, it's like it's already given. Like other agencies are also like presenting almost the same concept, but in terms of demeanor, in terms of the commitment to really bring the brands to the next level, we saw that in Team Asia. So I've been a client of Team Asia for almost 4 years. We've been doing a lot of events, like Glee event, one of my most favorite events when I was still in Shell. We have some secrets I cannot able to share with you guys. But I remember that most of our meetings are actually in the evening because I report mid-shift. So it's actually a testament that Team Asia really does value client servicing, and they really embrace the culture of the client, because at that time we will meet at around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the evening and have like late dinners. So it'll always be Bea and Rana that time who will meet me and discuss the plans for the events for Shell. After 3 years of being their client, I actually resigned from Shell, and I moved to London for almost a year. That time we already have like some discussions with Bea if I want to join the other side of the fence. Got or didn't get into my nerve to join an agency, because for me, hello, I'm already a client. Why do I need to join an agency? But after my stint in London, I don't know what to do actually. But I remember Team Asia and their culture. It's really a family, and that's what I want, and that's what I'm really looking for in a company. So I messaged Bea and asked them if the offer still stands. And then we just had like dinner, lunch, and then after that, I got an offer. So it was actually Sir Mike who offered me a job in Team Asia as an account executive. So, and then the history unfolds. After that, I actually also left Team Asia after 5 years, like Pat OG. But the reason why is because MAH was like Sir Mike, like I don't know, maybe he had a premonition that time when I was new, and he said, said you are meant for great things. It was like I guess in 2013, and just he said that, and I won actually a best picture, like it's the award for the best accounts person actually. And then he said, said you are meant for great things. Like for me, but what do you mean by that? And I think that after 5 years initially with Team Asia, I realized what it meant. So I have to leave for quite some time. So I left. So I was gone for 3 years actually, because I really believe that you don't grow roots in a company. You just spread your wings. But like what Pat OG said, once you're a Team Asian, you will always be a Team Asian. And I realized that Team Asia is my playground. That's what I realized in the past 3 years. So coming back in Team Asia, it's just actually the same. The first time I stepped in as an account executive, I was a family member. They embraced me. I was welcomed back with full arms. Everyone was so warm, and nothing has changed. It's just that new people, but the culture is still the same, still intact, and I'm very happy that it's really always a family in Team Asia.
Oh, thank you so much, Sid. I remember all of our dinners. The dinner that you became my client. This is so true, guys. I was his account manager. So I remember the dinner when he became my client. I remember the dinner we had when he said he wanted to join Team Asia. And then I remember the dinner that we had to part ways for a bit. And I remember the dinner, and Sid can attest to this when he told me I want to come home. And I was like, really, you want to come home? I was like, crying. So that was amazing. So yes,
Sure.
Team Asia is always going to be a home. I think that that's one of the things that I absolutely love that was passed on by both mom and dad to us was, at the end of the day, we may be a company that will grow, whether it's with our people or with our services, but what will never change is how our family will be run, and that's to support and cheer everybody on with open arms, just like with stories from Jeff, from Sid, and Patrick. But of course, I would love to know the story of one of our new bloods. I mean, because we have been a home of a multi-generational workforce, and we're really happy to have new blood coming in every year. So to Joyce, how has your experience been given that you're a part of our young blood?
I like that word multi-generational kasi I actually want to highlight that's the actual thing that I experienced when I came in. I'm not necessarily a newbie in terms of working, so I've been into other companies, but I would really say that TeamAsia was one of the companies that has the biggest experience that can give a young blood like me because of the range of services that you need to sell. By the way, I'm an account manager also, so that's the thing. You still have to learn the specific expertise or LOBs before you can actually sell it, right? So I still had to learn a lot of things. And again, going back to multi-generational, it's good that you get to meet people like Sir Jeff, at OG, Sid, because you get to learn from them, those that are already tenure in that expertise, as well as those people who are experienced from other parts of the industry, and then those that have experience on going in and out of different kinds of industries like client side or agency side. So you get to experience and you get to enjoy all that. Another thing is that when you go into this new generation thing, they actually also can learn from us. I would say I'm not a Gen Z, but at least there's something that you can also offer because you know this landscape of the digital age. So even the other people in your family in Team Asia can actually also learn from you. That's why I think it's really lovable how the family bubble of Team Asia is because it's not only about having fun with each other, but also experiencing and learning new things from and with each other. So I think yun lang yun. I will cap it off as that. So it's a blessing really to be a young blood coming into a melting pot of experiences.
No, I love that, Joyce. It's such a vivid picture also. You see a melting pot of, different experiences, different expertise, different thoughts and views and insights. And I particularly loved what you said about learning every day because I learn every day. I learn from you guys, from you, Jeff, Sid, Patrick. I learn so many different things. And I love that I'm able to also impart anything that I could share also in terms of expertise or experience. But I think at the end of the day, it's really about being able to experience things together and growing in them. And being able to say, you know what, this is not just a job where, we are doing great, important, and busy things. This is a job where I can expand, I can grow, I can spread my wings and fly. There's this favorite quote of Sid. I'm going to let him be the one to say it because this was coined in, I don't know, our seats in the old office in Unit 308, and I'll never forget that. So Sid, why don't you share that quote to everyone, please?
Sure. It's actually I think they use it actually during the project refresh as well. So in one of the merge actually. So we said it's not always a walk in the park, but why walk if we can run, and why run if we can actually fly.
I know. I
That's it.
love that. I love that because it's always about being able to bring that extra sparkle. And you've been hearing a lot of sparkles from me, but it's not coming from just because we want to be bright and shiny. It comes from a passion. And that's what actually Project Refresh was about. Our 5 core philosophies of, being inspired, thinking big, driving passion, creating life, living it, and being bright. And because we believe that we deserve so many great things. And it's not just any experience, it's a next level experience. So it's all about wanting to fly, and we believe that we can all fly. So on that note, guys, just as a parting shot, right, I just wanted to check in with you guys. 28 years, happy birthday to us. You guys have shared your favorite moments, your experiences as well. I would love to know also what your what your wishes and dreams are. What are you looking forward to in the next 28 years to come? In our next 28 years to come. So maybe what we can do is to start back with Jeff. Hey Jeff, what are you looking forward to in the next years of Team Asia?
For me, um, very timely, no. It's crisis now. We have crisis, no. I really looking forward to uh, Team Asia continue to be being family, no, and also to be stable. I mean, it's stable and to become it. Kasi this is not just a one crisis and hindi na natin uh, my experience. For sure, there will be uncertainty in the future, but I'm looking forward. Talaga Team Asia can uh, can can survive. No, whatever uh, crisis that we experience, we will face it as together, and we still continue taking care of our people.
I love it. Thank you so much, Jeff. We've weathered so many storms and there's no stopping now. We're going to continue to be resilient, awesome, and provide those next level experiences. Hey, Sid, how about you?
Mia, we always believe in kindness, magics, sparkles, and rainbows. That's why I'm really looking forward to creating magic with everyone in Team Asia again. That's why I'm called the Wonder Sid. It's because I've known like creating magic with everyone as well. So in all aspects, like creating magic for our employees, not only for my unit but also for other LOBs, creating magic for our clients, and for the industry as well, and also for the nation. So that's it.
I love it. Nation building. That's in our DNA. That's what we love doing because we love who we're doing it for, right? For our nation and all of our community. So thank you so much, Sid. Hey, Pat, how about you?
Hey, ako I look forward to the many more NLEs, next level experience projects that we are gonna come up with. And also, right now, I'm looking forward to how we're going to develop our lines of businesses, especially now that we're in crisis, and how we're gonna like transition them to service our clients, and also how we're gonna take all these new services that we're developing after this storm is over. So I'd like to think na there are things that we are also gaining out of this, learning new things and then taking it with us after this.
Nice. Thank you so much, Pat. And yes, Joyce, over to you.
Yep. Well, they all said most of it na, but I also want to add in that given that this is a crisis that we are in right now, sana gusto kong makita within the next few months how strong and how deep our bond is gonna be, and hopefully to complement all of the services that we are to offer our clients out there, they would actually first appreciate number one, the excellence in our work, but second of all also that they will see that we're having fun with what we do. So I want our passion to shine outside, outward, and on them, so that they would actually be attracted to come in and like inquire or check out what's happening, and that they want to be part of the fun.
I love it. Being part of the fun that will make you grow. I mean, it's not also all fun and games, but it's also about growth and learning and being together. Growing together is what I'm also looking forward to. I think for me, Jeff, Sid, Pat, and Joyce have actually said everything that I wish for as well. I mean, I see Team Asia 28 years down the line. Who knows? We'll still have this podcast and we'll be talking about it and sharing these amazing stories. I've seen it as a child, I've seen it as a teenager, as a professional, as an adult, as a managing director, but as a marketing manager, and then now as a managing director. And I've seen so many different changes, but what hasn't changed actually is the sense of family. And that is what I will forever be grateful for, because no matter what happens, not only does a dream team make the dream work, right? But for me, it's also the love, strength, and amazing, unconditional love from a family that will get you through any crisis, right? So here we are, guys, 28 years of delivering next level experiences with these amazing people. I would like to thank Jeff, Sid, Pat, Joyce, thank you for sharing your stories. Thank you for sharing your love. Thank you for sharing the passion and the drive that it is that we have to not only bring NLE experiences or NLE to our partner brands, but bringing NLE to one another, right? Here in the Team Asia family. Guys, these four amazing people are representing our 50 other folks back in their different homes, with Team Asia in their hearts, knowing that this is something that we have committed ourselves to doing and that we will not stop no matter what happens, and that we will continue sharing and loving that passion of next level experiences and bright and shininess. All right, so at this point, guys, we would like to just do a quick round of sound bites from our guests. Guys, just what do you call this? Just complete the sentence of I'm proud to be Team Asian because. All right? So, as a parting shot, I'm just going to give our folks, some time to think about what they're proud of being. Jeff, Sid, Pat OG, and Joyce all talked about the crisis. I mean, we are still in crisis, and we do know that there is a future, and we talked about reimagining the future. And I guess one of the things that we really want to put out there, with this strong sense of community, with this strong sense of love and passion for the work and the team that we have, I just wanted to share with you guys food for thought, right, for this week. And it's really that life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass. It's about learning to dance in the rain. This was by Vivian Green. Beautiful, beautiful quote. But I would just like to say that if you were to ask me what I am proud of being in Team Asia, it's because I have amazing dance partners to boogie in the storm. So that would be why I am so proud. So damn proud to be a Team Asian. And I'm going to pass on the mic to all of these four people. Jeff, what makes you so proud of being a Team Asian?
I'm proud to be Team Asian, and I love Team Asia because of I know I'm still learning. I love what I'm doing, and together I think we can do something special. So yun. That's why I love Team Asia.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jeff. Sid, I'm proud to be Team Asian because go.
I am a proud Team Asian because I know I've made impact to myself, to other Team Asians, to our clients and non-clients, to our industry, and again, to our nation.
That's awesome. Thank you so much, Sid. Pat OG.
I am a proud Team Asian because I've been a Team Asian twice. I left and I came back, and what I realized is that the passion and the love has not changed.
That's awesome. Thank you, Pat. And Joyce.
I am a proud Team Asian because we are one crazy, awesome family.
Yay! That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Jeff, Sid, Joyce, and Pat. Thank you for making this special. Guys, there you have it. Teamwork makes the dream work. Look for people, look for partners that will really dance boogie under the storm of life. And I'm so glad that I have these amazing people that are my dance partners through everything that we are doing. So thank you so much for tuning in to the Team Asia Anniversary Special here at Breakfast to Business, guys. Please do not forget to check out all of the other episodes. Tune in for our next episode as well. It's all about crisis, so maybe you're gonna have some little food for thought there as well. Please don't forget to also tune in to our various social media channels and follow us at www.facebook.com facebook.com/TeamAsiaPH. We're also on Instagram. Tag us at TeamAsiaPH. We're also at LinkedIn, www.linkedin.com/company/TeamAsia. And of course, don't forget our amazing website, www.teamasia.com. That's it for me, guys. Thank you. Have a great morning and happy anniversary to all TeamAsians, present, past, and future. Maraming salamat. See you around. Bye!